Gilbert. What kind of black man's name is Gilbert? It's a family name.
Hello friends and neighbors. Welcome to part 2 of this video. I just want to leave a quick note here before we get into the meat of the video that this is actually going to be part 2 of 3. Recording sessions just took a little bit longer than I thought they would. That being said, I hope you enjoy. We're going to try and make our recording sessions a little more expedited in the future. Well, alright, here we go.
So, we just threw hands at some zombies.
And got finessed by 2 people, which I'm a little irritated by, but that's okay.
Or one person.
Or one. If that is an illusionist wizard.
Is it? Maybe.
Or
is this all illusion?
I'll be mad.
Is the entire empire an illusion? Is the Empress an illusion magician?
Is life an
It is
illusion?
your creation, so technically, yes.
You go down, you go up. Did you take the second one, or just keep going straight?
Okay, so we go right, we go left, we go down, we go left to avoid that little dead end, and then we take the second one, yeah.
Okay.
And then we're
An
gonna...
eventful roll.
3. Okay. So we go past that corner, we take the second one, and then we go past the places that are obviously dead ends. We go past the places that are obviously dead ends. Then there's like a left or a right. So we're going past you. There's the thing that's labeled you. And then we can either go left or right. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go left.
Alright.
And then up, around, past that other thing that labeled you.
Eventful roll.
Have to go that way. We can go left or right. We're going to go left. It's all the way on the right. It's all the way over here now.
Okay.
So we're going to go down. And we might as well check this room labeled 6.
Yeah.
We're not going to go through it because it's a dead end through, but...
Before
you sit a dog.
You see 4 human-like things. They seem to be feeding on something, so their heads are down, so we can't really see, but they have humanoid bodies. Anyone want to get closer and see?
Not particularly.
Not really.
There's 5 of them.
Do we want to...
Are they feeding on one thing? Or individual things?
They're all feeding on one thing.
I'm assuming a human? Or feeding on...
Can't tell. Everyone rolls. Let's do a group stealth check.
A group what?
Stealth check. Fuck. Alright. Okay, that's good for you. Okay. Let me know when you're ready for the numbers.
Alright. Yep.
You got an 11 here for Gilbert, a 20 for
11 or 20.
Spawn.
11 for Frederick.
11 for Adiza.
An 8 for Titus, and a 15 for Ixtoli. So I'll bring us to
12 or 13.
12 or 13.
Okay,
And see a perception check. Alright, so 2 of them notice you. And their heads jolt up.
Ooh.
And you see ears going out, pointed ears going out. And their heads, 2 of them, their heads whip around. When these 2 turn to look at you, that's when the other 3 notice that there's something there. They don't see you at first. So,
Initiative.
does anyone want to roll insight to see what they are?
Sure.
Sure, Gilbert. Rolled a 17.
They're were rats.
Okay.
So when they turn around, you see the snout and the rat-like features and claws.
Have you ever fought one of these were-rats before, Frederick? You fought one before?
No, but I've heard about them. They're pretty silly bastards. You can't really hurt them unless you got magical weapons and shit.
Alright.
Alright.
Pretty much take spawn out of it. Okay. So he might just be a
Meet you.
Alright, so let's roll initiative.
not doing well today. Ooh, of course you would.
Alright. 20 or higher?
Nope.
15 or higher?
The spawn has 19.
Reroll.
14?
Is that the total?
Oh, with 17 then.
Okay. So let me actually write this down. You said the spawn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm 14.
10 or higher? Said 14.
D's and 9, but keeping it real at the bottom of the food chain.
5 or higher?
9.
9 and
8.
8. So Gilly.
I want to just go relatively well. I guess it's better to do
Alright.
it here.
Alright, so the top round spawn.
I guess spawn will go to the closest one it can and try to attack. That is an 11.
It misses.
Okay, second attack is a 19.
It hits.
Okay, and that is can I see your D4? Thank you. Oh. So 4. 7.
Okay. And then it's the were-rat's turn. They're gonna turn on the spawn.
Oh, my baby, I'm sorry. Might have to replace you.
Hold up. A 16?
Yes. Because I didn't, I have not made a character sheet for this, because I think if it was at a level 3 it would be a 17, but
And
we'll go
miss.
with the number 15 then.
So the first one will hit 1 and miss 1.
Okay.
And he'll take 5.
Okay.
The second one will roll a 15
Okay, that hits.
and a 15, so he'll
Okay.
take 10.
10 out of 10, that is a mouth harp.
A 16, a 20,
Okay.
another 10,
Okay.
a miss, and a crit.
Yeah, he's down.
Another 10.
He's down.
And the fifth one, seeing this, is going to
Let me see if something happens. So it's not destroyed because it wasn't pierced through the heart.
no.
So she's just there.
It's just down.
Just down.
Yep. So how do we heal it?
I heal it.
Okay.
And it regains hit points.
Did we short rest?
We never did.
We should have done that. Okay.
And then the next one, the fifth one, is going to shape change into a hybrid form.
Okay.
Alright. And then that brings us to Ixtoli, who's going to try and run up to this to where the spawn was catching some hands and throw some hands. And a hit and a miss. He's going to take 14 damage. No, he won't. As Ixtoli also doesn't have magical claws.
Hey, good.
Yeah. And that takes us to Fred.
Alright.
Freddy boy.
These guys are always pains. Let's take a look and see if there's anything we have here. I don't think we do. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm going to cast Shadow Blade as a bonus action.
Hey. You put up that good music.
Oh. And we are gonna, yeah.
I know that group. That's a sacred music group.
Are we in dim light or darkness?
Dim light.
Yay, okay, I get advantage on these rolls. Okay. I'm gonna swing at the one that just changed. And this is, of course, magical.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And it's... I'm gonna check again. It's 2d8, I think. I think it's just the base.
Hey, leave that alone. Elbow.
Yeah. Okay. So 8 points of radiant damage, maybe? Psychic damage. 8
Okay.
points of psychic damage.
Alright. So you hit the hybrid one?
Yeah.
Right.
Just decide where you're going to go.
And that takes us to Titus. He's going to try and slice at one of, probably go after the hybrid one. And he's going to hit. Wait. For 10 points of damage. You did how much? 8. Okay, so you did 18. Okay, so we're gonna pass on to Gilbert.
Gilbert's going to also go after the hybrid one. Crit. I'm not going to use my brutal.
There's no need. He's down. There's no way they.
Do were rats have blood?
Yes.
I'm taking it.
You're wrestling with D.
Style it is due. Yeah, I am. Just have to regain some health. And that's my turn.
Okay. So he goes down. Adiza.
11 plus
It hits. Yeah. That'll hit.
and then damage.
You don't know what to do.
4.
4 points. Okay. So this is one of the ones that were hovering over the spawn. So you don't 4 for your first hit.
She doesn't have magical weapons.
Yes, she does.
She does?
They were plus. They were +1 +1 longswords.
Oh.
Did you not change it on that?
No.
Because I gave her +1 longswords.
Because I think that happened when I was...
Gone.
It was when he got his rapier.
Yeah, well, that was in when we went through and found all that stuff, and we had to roll D1 over it.
Oh, that was while I was still here, wasn't it?
I think so. Because you got a staff from it or something.
Yeah, I haven't changed her stuff. That's my bad. So these are all +6.
What was the plus to that 4?
And these will all be +6 also.
So you dealt 10 damage to it. Alright. So roll for that second one.
And we need to just print you up.
What?
So 5 + 6.
And misses. Second one.
No. She just rolled a D8. No. You're rolling a hit.
Okay. 6.
11, 12.
Yeah.
Misses.
It hits.
It hits. Yeah. Now you roll your D8.
7.
7 plus 6.
So 13 points. So 23 total. Alright. Top of the round to the spawn. You just see Adiza come through with her long sword across one of the were-rats, spin around, and stab her sickle into the side of its neck.
I can't really get to it right now.
Oh yeah, he's down, I forgot.
Yeah.
So it's the were-rat's turn. The one that Adiza just laid some hands on is going to try and fight back.
Seems fair.
He's going to miss the first one, and then crit fail on the second one. So yeah, he does not hit. One of them's going to go after Freddy for a 16.
To hit?
Yeah.
I'll shield it.
Okay. And a crit.
That's not good.
So he'll deal 10 points of piercing damage.
I am very injured.
The third one is going to go after Gilbert. Probably going to miss. He crits. And then on his wisdom.
Come on.
Yeah, he rolls an 11. And the second hit, natural 19. And then a critical on the perception. So he deals 5 points of damage to you. After seeing you suck the blood out of his comrade.
That's fair. I'm back to
Stop
zero.
pushing on the table because you're...
What?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
5 points.
So it was 1, 2, 3. One more is alive. That's going after Titus. Miss. And a hit. And he's going to deal 5 points of damage. So. Ooh, I forgot. I was already injured. Alright.
Well, so you're at 1.
What?
Aren't you at 1? Didn't you get 6 back? Or you're at
I got
least
7 back.
So you're at 2. Or whatever you're at.
I didn't go down earlier. I can do math. Okay. Alright, and that brings us to... Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start by drinking a potion of healing. Because I'm at 2 hit points. And what is the potion of healing? You got 1d4 plus 4?
Yes. 5.
Oh, is it 1d4 plus 2?
No. I didn't see what you rolled.
Is it, oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, so 7.
7, yeah.
I was like, did you roll a 1?
9. Okay, and then I'm gonna swang with my big boy at whoever looks the most injured.
Okay.
And I get advantage because it's in dim darkness. And that's gonna be 16 plus stuff, which is just gonna hit, I guess.
It's
That's 2d8. So 8 again.
8 points. Roll me a luck roll.
Yeah.
12.
Doesn't go down.
No.
Alright, and then Titus is going to try and stab the one that went after him. And he's going to hit for not much, for 7 points of damage. And then he's going to throw up the shield. He's going to shift our Moxie into a shield.
Seems good.
Alright, so we're going to pass on to Gilbert.
And so.
I guess I'm going over to the one people were hitting. 23.
That'll hit. You want to just drink him?
No.
Okay.
21 points.
Okay. That'll take down the one that Titus was hitting.
Okay.
So.
Seems good.
So you come through with your rapier. It's trying to go after Titus after, getting stabbed a little bit. Titus only kind of hit it in the leg, but that was enough to get its attention. So he's going to swipe across, and you just stab it through the arm and tear it up. It just starts.
And this shock
spilling
just
out
makes him
blood.
die. He's just like, I can't move it. And it just dies from shock.
Well, he bleeds out.
Oh, yeah. The classic.
Yeah.
Alright. So we have 3 more?
3 more, and one's on the verge of death. So that brings us to Adiza. You would have hit the one that's super injured.
Yes.
Good fail.
Give me a dex save.
Crit fail.
You're
I think you just
you
lost.
go to swing.
Natural wonders.
You go to swing. And the were-rat is perceptive. This one's very perceptive. He's watching your movements. And he just, as you're about to swing, grabs the blade and just rips it out of your hands.
Disrespect.
But you can go in with your offhand and get him again. This is the injured one, too. He's lying on the ground like, no!
20.
Hey, crit.
Alright, he's very dead.
Yeah.
Out of anger, you swipe.
You're like, oh no. Bitch. So you, with both hands, just stab it into his heart. You put the sword in the stone. And by stone, I mean the were-rat.
And then the stone in the ground.
Yeah. So you just speared the were-rat into the ground. Into the stone ground. So you were very angry.
Nice.
Understandable.
Yeah. You just took your weapon. Like. Alright, so there's 2 left. That brings us to the spawn, who's out cold. And then the were-rats. One of them's going to get vengeance on you. The other one's going to get vengeance on you. Miss and a hit on you. And a 17. Miss. And a miss. So he'll hit 1 on you, so he'll take 5. And then Fred. No, Ixtoli. Ixtoli is going to try and shred some of them, but I think they're both at full health. I don't think we've touched
And
the other
Ixtoli
2.
can't do any damage.
Yeah, he can't. But he's going to miss. And he's going to hit. He's going to... And then we're... I don't know.
And I will tap Ixtoli on the back.
Ixtoli's upset. Like, in the words of Sobolus, me wants smash, but he wants to rip.
I want to rip.
I'm next, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's gonna be 13,
13?
right?
Wait,
7
wait.
and 6? Yeah, 13. Yeah. Oh, that's actually pretty good. 7 plus 5 is also 13.
12.
It's
It's
12.
12.
Do you have a damage modifier?
No.
Okay. So you have to take 12 points damage?
Yep.
You have bonked him on the head?
No, I have a sword.
Oh, you have a sword. Oh, yeah, your dagger.
No,
It's
like
not
it's a sword made from darkness. I cast a spell that gave me a melee weapon
Yeah.
Interesting.
that gives me advantage in dim light
Okay.
and lets me roll 2d8
I'm up to
unmodified.
date now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this were-rat is like... He's small. And then...
Is he smaller than me?
No. No. He's like... He's looking at you like...
Ooh, fish.
And then he sees... He can't see the darkness. Because he's in dim light. And I don't know. He relies on smell. They don't rely on sight.
Yeah.
So you can't really see it. But he feels it.
Yeah.
It slices into his hip. And he's like, fuck is that? He's like looking, he's bleeding, and it's like this blue mist is coming out of the wound, like.
Trying to put it back in.
Alright, so we'll pass on to Titus. Titus is going to go for the stabby of the one you stabby.
I
Okay,
slice
he's
you
going
guys.
to
Thank you.
crit fail. And dex save 17. Okay, cool. Alright, so we'll pass on to Gilbert.
Gilbert is going to attack that one. 22.
That'll hit.
Uh, 14.
You did how much?
12.
12. Okay. So yeah, he's still standing. Alright, so that takes us to Adiza.
Big weapon.
So it's an 8 to hit and then a hit.
She lost one of her weapons.
Oh.
You can go grab the weapon real quick. Use some of your movement to go get it and then move back. So, I mean, it's just fixing the story in my mind.
Okay.
So yeah, you go grab your weapon and like, fuck you. And then you take the one out of the one he speared. And then out of rage, like you're still pretty angry, you go to slice at the one that they've been handling and you miss. But feeling that inspiration, what god do you serve? Have we picked a god for you?
I don't think we picked a god for her yet.
Mulgar.
Tier.
I mean, for what it's worth, we're not even in Faerun, so it could be any god.
Yeah.
It could be Mulgar.
Mulgar.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu is in every universe. It's Cthulhu.
Pick a god real quick. What's your favorite god? Do you like any of the Greek or Roman gods?
What's your favorite god?
Hercules.
What?
Hercules, is that a Greek god?
He's a hero.
No,
He's a Greek hero.
he's a demigod.
He's not cool enough to be at Olympus.
What was the god of like all the Greek universe, the highest one?
Zeus?
Zeus, yeah.
Alright, so you feel the might of Zeus go into your next blow as you spin around and bring your sickle down through the were-rat's jugular and just slice it open. And he tries to reach out to claw you one more time and then just crumples over.
So he did.
He very dead.
He did.
He very dead. And so that brings us to the top of the round. Spawn's dead. We got one last were-rat, looking very scared now. He's gone into flight mode. He just shifts into a giant rat. That's his action. He uses his movement to try and get away. So he goes off.
How far?
30 feet.
Okay.
So that brings us to Extoli. In giant rat form, are they still immune to everything?
Yeah.
Okay. So he can't even do anything.
You could try and pin him.
Yeah, hold him.
I'm gonna try and grapple him. Extoli's. I'm gonna do a strength save. Athletics check. That's incorrect. He has a +6 in athletics. So a 22 contested strength save with a +0. Let's see what happens.
You can do it.
A 19, one away from not being
fisted.
grappled. So Extoli grapples him,
Alright.
and now it's Freddy's turn.
How far away from him am I?
About 30 feet.
Yo, dude, we can reach him.
I can't. My movement speed's 25 feet. Hey, boy, you get back here. I'm going to run like 20 feet,
Okay.
and then I'm going to firebolt him.
Okay.
Natural 14 is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
2 points of damage. 3 points of damage.
All right. He did. He's taking 3 damage. All right. So Titus, he's gonna run up.
I don't like this set of dice.
Armoxie's going to shift into the sword, and he's going to try and stab at it. He's going to hit. He's going to deal 11 points of damage. So you run up, you're like, get back here, and you just throw your hand out and fire, and it kind of goes. It kind of turns into a little ember.
Gives him a little cave kiss.
Yeah.
He's like, he kind of, you can tell that he felt it, but he's not like screaming in agony. So, and then Titus comes up and stabs into where the ember hit. So now he does feel it.
Is he alright?
No, he's not.
Is he dead?
No, he's not.
So he's alright.
All right,
He'll be
Gilbert. Gilbert, if you will do the honors.
Okay, so 17.
That'll hit.
And 22.
He goes down.
I'm
You-
taking names this time.
Extoli, as he sees Gilbert running up, you kind of like do this jump in the air, and Extoli looks up and sees, and he
Just
just
smile.
He just jumps away, throwing the rat to the ground. And before the rat can react and start to run away, your rapier comes down into the meat of it and pins it to the ground, and it kind of squeals, and it starts to shift between its three forms: humanoid, hybrid, rat. It just keeps kind of shifting until it just falls into the hybrid form and falls down, with it sticking through its chest.
And that's the last one, right?
Yes.
Okay. After combat, I want to give one of my hit dice to the spawn, and it'll be brought back up.
Okay.
Alright, boys, I think we need to take a rest for a couple of minutes because I'm feeling it after that one.
I completely agree.
Okay, so if we're doing that, I'm giving one to the spawn, taking one from the were rat.
Okay.
So I'm still at 2, but now he's at half.
Okay. So we'll do the short rest. Anyone want to investigate the room at all?
Yes.
Afterwards. Let's just do the short rest.
Okay. So y'all can.
Or
I'm sure someone has a tinderbox if y'all want to put together a fire inside. You haven't heard any warnings of any poisonous or explosive gases, so you're pretty sure it's safe to strike a fire. I mean, there's torches lighting the area, so it can't be dangerous.
Yeah.
So we're done here. Let's go to peaceful travel music. I knew it.
I mean, there's nothing I really can do. I mean, I've already.
Well, I just needed to heal up on
Do y'all want to talk about the plans for the? Y'all can. We can make this a long rest. Y'all have 3 days to do this.
Let's do a long rest then. Yeah. Let's all go back to full. So you go back to full hit points. You get half your total hit points, hit dice back. So I'm gonna go up to 3d6. Well, actually no, because I didn't use any, because we just didn't do a short rest. So I still have a 46.
All right.
I have all 14 hit points.
As the night grows older and the air starts to cool off, the sounds of clanging metal starts to fade away and gets quiet. But let's set up watches. Who wants to take first watch?
I could probably take 2 watches.
Go, because you short rest, right? Or you
Yeah.
So you're gonna take 2 watches.
Yeah.
Who wants to take the third watch?
I'll take the third one.
Okay. So the first watch, give me an event roll. Whoever's doing watch. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh, 15.
There's some giant rats and giant spiders that come by, but you make quick work of them.
I mean, yeah, if it's something that comes up that I can't do it by myself, then
Yeah. But it's fine. Though during the second watch, you start to hear some strange noises. That clanging metal has faded away. It faded away about 2-3 hours ago, but it's been replaced with the sounds of. In your mind, it sounds like a full bag being dropped onto the ground. You're not sure full of what. It sounds not quite wet, but it sounds heavy, very heavy, and it's just kind of repeatedly hitting the ground over and over and over for about an hour.
okay.
Probably in intervals of about a minute, every minute for an hour, just hitting the ground over. And then the second hour, silence. There's not a sound. It sounds like even the scurrying of the animals and creatures inside the sewers have stopped. It's just, for that 1 hour, complete silence. And roll me an event roll. Watch.
8. That was almost a crit.
Alright, so it goes by peacefully. The scurrying of the creatures have resumed. They resumed right before you switched. So, like, right before you were about to wake him up to take over, suddenly you hear the rats and the spiders and all the creatures scraping against the stone. As of right now, not much that you really want to make of it. You don't want to say to anyone. It's not really of your worry yet. This first sound that you heard, maybe, but it's not really something that you need to bring up just yet. It goes by peacefully. Towards the end of your watch, you start to hear the city above liven up.
Yeah.
Vendors start coming out, opening shop. It sounds like this room is right under the bazaar. So as the hours go by, you start to hear the shouts of people as they come to buy various things. You could spy if you'd like. Listen to what people are saying. Maybe you can get some information.
Sure.
It's at first you don't hear a lot. Some people they start to talk about the Empire a little bit. And you're like, "Oh, this sounds interesting." And then all they do is say, "Yeah, I hate them." You know, typical stuff like they took my family. It's whatever. But give me a perception roll.
15.
It's very, very faint, and you can only pick up parts of it. But you hear a familiar voice. You can't place from where. He starts to talk about the Empire. All you hear is Empire, next, view, and down.
Okay.
And you are trying to rack your brain to remember the voice, but it eludes you.
Okay.
So, everyone wakes up, the long rest is over.
Morning, sleeping beauties.
Anything interesting?
Not particularly. Some guy upstairs, talking about the Empire, but I couldn't really make out what he was saying. Couldn't place his voice.
Well, oh well. I mean, it can't be that important.
Yeah.
Shall we be off? I assume we have a plan.
Well, Plan is my middle name, so
I thought it was Danger.
we have lots of middle names. I thought we went through this already, friend. You apparently aren't very good at paying attention.
Right, well, tell us where we're gonna go.
All right. Well, we're going to continue down this Dundare hallway, right, Dundare? You can see that. We're going to go this way, and we're going to go into this big here room right here. And seeing as how big it is, I think that we should probably do that stealthy thing that them fingers are so good at.
So cool. Alright. So you're walking down the pathway. You follow the path that he laid out for everyone. And you get to the entrance that he was talking about. And there's a lot of stuff in the way. It was supposed to be open. It was open on the map. It seems like whoever made this map knew that was an open area. But it was covered in boxes. Like there's just crates stacked up in front of the archway. And you can see like slivers of light. And there's one hole big enough for one person at a time to look through and listen through. So would anyone like to take a peek?
Who's actually perceptive?
I am.
You should probably do it then.
Okay, so you get up, you climb up. There's enough room to climb up them, and you can see just enough to see how big the room is. It's a very large room. You see a lot of training dummies set up, swords on the walls, some battle axes, maces, a couple of tomes, but it doesn't seem particularly empty. But there's not a lot of stuff going on. You do hear some voices a little farther in that you can't quite see figures. You do see a torch lit on the other side of the room. It sounds like there might be more people over there, but you can't make out who they are. But it seems like that might be the next step is finding a way in. Which, when you're up there looking around, you see that the crates, they move, but they move very loudly.
Well, haven't taken a review at this hun here map, since seeing that this hun here exit's not really much of an entrance or an exit. I think there might be another way around. Granted, it would be literally like 20 feet in that direction. I point like farther down the room. But if you can even remotely see if that one's blocked off, we can try and get to this third one here. But this is going to be a much shorter journey for us than this one.
Let me. Is there a way I can try to see? Like I can check to see.
You can see that there's enough room for people to squeeze in.
To the second,
one at a time.
The second door?
Yes.
Alright, well that sounds like a humdinger of a dim swinger for me.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright.
Alright.
So we're gonna go all the way back up past the place we long rested and to that place where we went left or right. The last
Yeah.
like place we, and we're gonna go right instead now.
Okay.
We're gonna go down, baby, down, shimmy,
I
shimmy.
need 3 event rolls. So all 3 of you can roll.
Uh-oh.
19.
18. And I rolled a 13. I'm fine.
Okay. So
That's a real humdinger of a dim swinger.
we're in this pathway. Shoulder to shoulder, you can fit 2 people.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Just getting you ready for what's about to go down. You see a familiar figure.
Do I see robes on this figure?
No, not that kind of figure. Big figure. You see a familiar, large figure.
Like Drider figure?
Like Drider figure. So, what was the marching order? Spawn and you at the front, then you, then me, then you.
Something like that.
Ixtoli was
Second.
in front of you.
Yeah.
So, let's roll initiative. But you do not get a surprise round on this one. Alright. Next, we have Adiza. Miss.
6.
Miss.
Plus, those are both plus 6.
So 5 plus 6 is 11.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. This is a little bit hard to hit.
It's
Alright.
very hard to hit. Next is the spawn.
Spawn, because it has spider climb, will go on the wall
Okay.
and crawl towards it and try to attack.
Okay.
He protect. He attack.
21.
But most of
Okay.
all, he black.
Okay, he needs to make a strength check. 13 only, so he'll probably pass.
Nope, it fails.
Alright, so it'll be grapple.
Can you grapple a large creature?
Can I? I mean, it doesn't really say. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not restraining it. It just says grapple the target.
There'll be somewhere where it says if the creature is.
It takes 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, it says instead of dealing damage.
Oh, then it's just grapple.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make my second attack.
You grab its leg.
Okay, and I'm about to bite that leg, I guess. Or I'm going to try to.
Hey, that's a good
Do you
job.
get
Yeah.
advantage
No.
from grapple?
It doesn't matter, though. 23.
Oh yeah, no hit.
Yes. Natural 17. It's like, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so
Aw.
that's 4 of that. And that's 4 piercing and 7 points necrotic. It might be resistant.
Yeah. So
It
he
is
can
not.
only bite attack if he's grappled someone. Yeah. So he can grapple any sized creature, but he has to grapple it if he wants to use the second
bite,
attack.
yeah.
Okay. So we'll pass turn to Gilbert.
Gilbert will rush towards it and try to stab it in the thick.
The thick.
25.
That'll hit.
Thick dick.
This is a female drider.
Thick dick.
Very busty drider.
Nice.
Not bad.
25.
Okay. Yeah, you come up, you try and stab it where the humanoid part meets the spider part, and
My favorite part.
you stab it right through the hip. and it kind of screeches. It spits elvish slurs at you.
Bitch!
Alright. Bitch! I'll start cussing back at it in Elvish.
I'll be like, oh.
Okay, well, she just starts slurring. Alright, so that brings us to Titus. Titus is probably not going to try and take up a room. He is going to firebolt though. And he's going to hit. Okay, so it's just a D10. Can I just not see?
You're just not seeing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to take 8 points of damage.
Hey.
So. It's,
Just all like Stone was just showing under it. Like,
Titus just puts a hand forward. Little ring of fire just comes up.
the ring of fire.
And just he pushes it towards it. And it singes into her stomach and just kind of dissipates. And she starts slurring in more Elvish. She's very upset. Next is Frederick.
Firebolt. Natural 15s plus stuff plus 6.
Yeah.
as we're still cussing it out in Elf.
2 damage.
Okay. Last is the Drider. So the Drider is going to. Let's see. What all can you do?
A lot of things, probably.
It's going to. I won't give it that. Not right now. It's going to try and slash at the spawn on the wall, and then with its second attack, it's going to try and slash at Adiza, and then it's going to try and bite at Gilbert.
Interesting.
So we're going to get a 20 to hit on the spawn,
Okay.
a 23 to hit on Adiza, and a miss on Gilbert.
How much damage am I taking?
Enough.
8 points, both of you.
Okay.
And to the top of the round, Extoli. He's going to use half of his movement to get out from
He should
under her.
literally just go.
Well, what he's gonna do is he's use one of his attacks to claw at her, dig into it, and then push out from it. And he's gonna miss.
He was.
He's gonna try the other one and miss. He's just gonna.
So he's still underneath.
He's gonna just shimmy out from under. Use his entire movement to shimmy out.
So he's still like prone.
Yes, he's on the ground. So if she decides to turn around, just
He may be in danger.
yeah. So we'll pass to Adiza. Adiza, I took a pill in Adiza.
To show Avicii, yeah, it's cool. 5.
6. 11.
6.
You have to. Don't tell him the unmodified number. Just always tell him the modified number.
Okay. 16.
It misses. You go to swing in with your first longsword, and that Drider uses one of its legs to just deflect it off. And you're like, well, now one of the legs is out of the way, and you come in with your other one, and another leg just swats out of the way.
Seems good.
The Spawn's turn on the wall.
Come on and spawn. Hey.
24.
Yeah.
And this is the 2d4 claw. And he's already grappled. So 2, 4, 7.
7 points?
And
Okay.
second attack. Hopefully. Oh, 16.
Misses. Gilbert.
Eee, going for the meat again. That is a 27.
That hits. Dang.
He has a ridiculous plus. I mean, it's like
16.
16 points.
Gilbert happens to be very good at
You
hitting things.
rip your rapier out of that hip and you just dig it into the other one.
Bitch.
At this point, her head whips like up to scream, and then she just looks down straight at you. Her eyes just glaring red.
My one eye's glaring red, so we're just cussing at each other with a glowing eye.
She just hisses. She's done spitting, so she just hisses at you.
I'm still speaking.
Titus is going to try another firebolt.
Here in the face.
That hits. Yes, that hits.
Math.
And she'll take another 7 points of damage. Titus is on it today.
Like a haunted.
Alright. So that brings us to Fred. You gotta firebolt him.
How hurt does she look?
Not that much.
She's angry. She's more angry than she is hurt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a fireball right at her face.
Firebolt?
Firebolt. I can't fireball.
Fireball!
Oh lord. 20, 22.
That hits, yeah. Come on, 10.
8. So that's 9 points.
Ooh.
That's better than I have been rolling with that stupid D10. It's like, alright, 1, 2, 1,
Alright.
1, 2.
It's the Drider's turn. She's very angry. She's just going to start swinging her sword. So the first one's going to try and connect at the spawn. Mm-hmm. The second one's going to swoop down at you. And the third one's going to swoop down at Adiza. So the spawn is going to get hit with a 20-something.
Okay.
Gilbert is a 20.
Yeah, roll those save.
She is advantage. Ooh, nope. It misses. And then Adiza, a 16. Does that hit?
No.
Okay, so only the spawn's going to get hit with 8 points of damage.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, and she's two-handing this longsword, too, so dude.
She's mad.
So in her rage, that's why she's missing. So she's bloodlust now. So she is just kind of randomly swinging it, and it just happens to connect with the spawn, and she drags it through the ground right in front of Gilbert, and then slices down into the ground right next to Adiza.
Okay.
Alright, to the top of the round, Ixtoli is going to try again. He's going to stand up using half his movement.
And swang.
Miss. And miss.
Alright!
He's trying, guys. He is trying. Alright, Adiza.
19.
That hits!
Hey!
Cut it in the hip.
Dig it in.
Plus
to the other one.
So plus 6 to that attack, to that damage.
11.
11?
11 points. And second attack.
Give me that other one.
9.
A plus
6. 15.
Yeah, it misses.
Okay.
So you bring that long sword across, aiming for her throat, and she, while she's swinging around, goes back, and while you're aiming for her throat, you just kind of hit her across the shoulder and knock it back. And aiming your other one in the same place, when she corrects herself, it goes right in front of her. So,
Who's up?
the spawn is next.
Okay, vampire regeneration kicks in. Gaining 10 HP back. Then her turn. We'll start with the claw.
Okay.
21.
That hits.
Hey. 8 points.
Okay. She's feeling it.
Try the bite. Hey, 19.
Yeah, that hits. Barely, but it hits.
Okay. So 8 of piercing and only 4 of necrotic.
So 12 total.
Yes.
So when your spawn's still like holding onto one of her legs, like clinging to the ceiling, or not ceiling, the wall, he for a split second, scratches her across the face, and then grabbing onto the wall, bites the leg he's holding.
And now it's
And she
Gil's.
screams. She's very angry. She's very upset.
Alright, Gilbert's turn.
Okay.
21.
That hits.
20.
How do you want to do it?
As she's screaming and all, like doing whatever she is because she's in pain, I am going to, in that other hip, just kind of stab into the other one again and then just swing up, just splitting her in two. And Extoli's still under her. She just collapses on Extoli.
No, he got out from
Ah,
her.
damn.
Yeah, Extoli's on the other side.
So I want to, like, when she falls, I want to see Extoli, like, ferociously trying to hit her, and then he just stops and just. So there we go.
Guys, you took down another Drider.
Cool. We have
Alright.
another eventful to do, don't we?
Yeah.
It's my eventful, isn't it?
Yeah. The 19. 2 Drider!
Wait, really?
No.
I'd be mad.
That'd be some bullshit.
Might just be the discovery.
Discovery's on 1.
Oh, it's on 1.
It's on
I thought it was on 19.
Nah.
Oh,
1s are discoveries, 20s are deadly encounters, and then 15 and higher is encounters, except for the one that you had. So I really didn't want y'all having to do another fire ride then. That 115. We'll do 16 and higher. That eventful rolls are weird.
Okay.
I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of eventful rolls. I think they're important, but I don't like them.
Alright, so what do we find with a 19?
Zombie beholder. No.
I think a zombie beholder would be better than a normal beholder. Doesn't a zombie not have its rays?
Yeah, it's missing some of its eye stalks, but we're not fighting that.
Wow.
The name just left my mind.
Name of what?
This creature.
What does it start with?
Does it start with a G? No, I feel like it doesn't start with a G. Oh, I know it is. Never mind.
Good?
Yes.
Alright, boys. I'm sorry. Round 2.
It's alright.
So you're walking through this area. We'll just it's just a regular hallway, you know, normal stuff. And you start to smell this. You've had this bad smell this entire time. You're in the sewers, but this is different. It's a different kind of smell. It's you can't place your finger on it. As you just stop and you put the torch forward, and lining the walls and the ceiling and the floor is a bunch of kobold.
How many's a bunch?
There is about 15 on each part.
Okay.
What are these?
They're little impish things.
They're easy to kill, but
There are
there's
a lot of
bunch
them. Yeah.
Because strength in numbers.
Hey.
Alright. Let's roll initiative.
And there's 45 of them? If I
60.
count? 60 of them?
Yes.
6-0.
Yes.
Good.
So, but your multi-attacks will probably take out multiples of them. Because they're so dense, like a slash will probably take out 3 or 4 of them.
Too bad
So-
I don't have multi.
Ooh. Can't even see that when I do that.
Okay. Alright, 20 or higher.
Nope.
But, yeah, that's what I rolled.
Um, 15 or higher?
15.
15.
Spawn 18, Gilbert 19.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do.
10 or higher? Uh, 5 or higher.
5.
Alright, so at the top of the round is all of the winged kobold.
Hey, we're in danger.
And there are 45 of them. So how we're gonna do this is... let's see.
Grab a dice rolling at maybe.
I'm gonna roll them in groups of 9.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
So the first group, who's at the front?
Just
Spawn and you?
Spawn and me.
13,
No.
18 at the
Attacking.
spawn.
Yeah, go ahead to Spawn.
That'll hit you. They'll roll not well in their wisdom.
Okay.
And one more will miss. Okay, so one of...
9 of them will hit the Spawn.
Is that 4 or 5 rolls? The first one missed. Second one hit. Second one hit, but then missed. Okay, so that was 4. And the fifth one will miss. So...
What kind of damage are they doing?
piercing.
Good. Resistance.
The spawn is resistant to piercing? Okay.
All non-magical.
Okay. Then he'll take 18, which will reduce to 9.
That helps me out a good bit.
Alright, so Gilbert. You want to try and spear Shish Kebab a few of them?
So first I'm going to bonus action Wrathful Smite my rapier.
What does that do?
If I hit them, they have to make checks. And if they fail, they're in fear of me.
That might be a waste.
Yeah. You do more damage with the Wrathful Smite, so that might not be a terrible idea.
I mean, yeah, it does extra.
It does what, 2d6 extra?
No, 1d6.
I think you're overestimating how many hit points these things have.
Yeah, that's true. They're pretty
They're
squishy.
very squishy.
I mean, again, like, you could do that, and I feel like you would do it like the amount of damage is the number you kill. I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah. I mean, unless you're like 75. You killed 10 of them.
Yeah, that's fair. There are only so many that you can spear at once.
And on like a 2-foot rapier, not even 2 foot, probably 1 foot rapier.
It's not gonna be 1 foot. It's gonna be
Maybe
how long?
maybe 2 foot.
Yeah, probably 2
foot.
And yeah,
If
would
they're
it be worth
small,
it? I have not used spells.
They're small.
You probably could. I'd say it'd be fine.
I mean, I guess it's better for them to attack me than other people anyway, because it would just, if they're in fear, they're not going to attack me and attack other people. So, I guess I'm just going to attack and see if I can kill as many as I can.
Okay.
Alright, 28.
Yeah, it is.
And then
18.
and then a d8, a d6. This might. Did you do this might?
No.
Okay.
Because I said if they miss it, they'll be feared and not attack me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go forward and you kill 4 of them.
Okay. And I need them to attack me. Instead of other
So
people.
the rest of the winged kobold are all afraid.
Okay.
I'm kind of I'm making them one entity.
Okay. Alright, so now who's next? My spawn?
Yes.
Alright. Vampire regeneration. So
Vampire beauty. Vampire.
Do these things have wings?
Yes.
Okay, so that won't matter.
Well, 45 of them have wings. 15 of them don't.
No, dude, I think the spawn's just gonna go out and start clawing.
Okay.
23.
That'll hit. Roll that damage.
And on one of those, can he just latch on to one that survives?
Yeah.
Or try? Well, they have to make a check.
They will not succeed in that check
Okay.
with a -2 strength.
That's only 5 damage.
So you'll kill 2 of them.
Okay, and then second attack.
You'll
I'll
slash across them, and they'll just.
okay, and then I'll bite that one I grappled. Yeah, that's a 24. That's 9 piercing and
It died.
6
Yeah.
necrotic.
It's sad you really can't do that to more than one person.
Okay. Next is Titus. Does he have any AoE? I don't think he does.
Does he know magic missiles?
No.
No.
He
Didn't either. Who's that?
just has a firebolt. Yeah. So he'll just slash across them
And miss.
and miss all of them.
Yeah.
How?
Alright, Adiza. Show us your multi-attack.
9,
12.
12.
We'll say you're attacking the kobolds on the ground, and you hit them. And you gave me that damage.
11?
11? So you'll kill 3 of them. Okay. And then your secondary attack?
That's gonna miss probably 9, I think.
Yeah, I don't miss.
Yeah. Meh.
They're small, so they're harder to hit.
Yeah. You.
Yeah,
is
we're
it
little.
Me now? No, it's
No, it's
the.
the kobold's turn.
Yeah, I'm dead last in the order.
They're going to attack in
Yeah,
groups of
right.
6. So two groups of 6.
Okay, so the 45 is the first, and
The
then
first
the 15.
group will crit.
Okay, I got it now.
They're going to. They're actually going to split up their group. So there's going to be 3 at Adiza, 3 at the spawn. But they're all crits, so. And then 6 at Gilbert. 14 will miss. But Adiza and the spawn will take 8 points of damage. They don't hit very hard.
Even with a crit, yeah.
Well, that's 1 kobold. Yeah, we'll keep it at 8. I'm not going to change my mind on that one. Alright, so Extoli is next.
Make up for it, Extoli.
Yep, he hits. And he hits again. He is going to deal 20 points of damage, which will take out 4 of the little ones. So there's only 8 living foot kobold, but there's still 38 winged.
Seems good.
Top of the round.
Oh,
you.
hi.
I forgot.
Hi.
You gonna try and beat some sense into him?
No, I'm gonna shoot 4 jets of magical energy out at 4 different dudes.
Okay.
And there it's all. Was that a knock on the door?
I don't think so. No, that's Ruby Ford.
And so that's gonna be 1d4 plus 1 for each of them. So one of them's gonna take 5, one of them's gonna take 3, one of them's gonna take 4, and then 2 more 4s. So 5, 3, 4, 4.
You'll kill each of them. Is this the ones on the ground or the wings?
The wings.
Okay. Alright. 4 more drop to the ground as Freddy unleashes some magical missiles at them. And now it's the winged one's turn.
The winged dragon of Ra.
You've successfully killed one of the platoons.
Hey.
So now they're down to 3 groups of 9 and 1 group of 7.
Hey.
That one will crit fail. So they all kind of crash into each other, and they all fall to the ground and turn into footed kobold for the turn.
All right.
So their AC drops by 1 collectively. That one will hit, miss, and hit. Okay.
Hit
One group of 9 at Freddy.
Ah, fuck.
The group of 7 at Titus.
How much was the hit against Freddy?
Take 10 points of damage.
That. How
The
much
AC.
was the
Oh,
hit-
the AC?
to hit?
To hit, see, it was an 18 plus 5, 23.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll take 10 points.
10 points from both of us, so I'll go down to 30.
I'll go down to 15.
Alright, so Gilbert.
I'm a squishy boy.
Gilbert's gonna go to the newly footed ones for the turn and start slashing.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
23.
You kill 5 of them.
Alright.
Seems good.
And now the spawn.
Okay.
Spawn's gonna follow after me and start going at the ones on the ground too.
There's only 4 left on the ground.
Okay. 13.
That'll hit.
Okay. And he'll try to grapple 1. 4.
What are you looking for?
D4. There it is. 9 points.
Alright, so you'll kill 2 of them.
And then he'll grab the third, I guess. And then he'll bite. 17.
That'll hit.
4 piercing and 5 necrotic.
It does. So there's only 1 more with wings that's on the ground now. There's 25 with wings that are in the air. So, Titus's turn. Titus is going to try and slash at that last one and hit some of the other ones in the process. And miss. Alright. He's back, boys. Adiza, try and slash some of the...
Adiza, kill him. Kill him.
Gonna throw some hands. 18.
It'll hit.
I thought you could
Deal some damage.
Team.
8.
8. Is that with the plus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you kill the last of the winged on the ground, and you also kill one of the ones that was on the ground.
Okay.
So one of the ones without wings on the ground.
Secondary.
Yes, go for it.
14.
It'll hit.
12.
Alright, you'll kill 3 of the ones on the ground. Alright, so you can count 4 that are left on the ground. And those 4 are going to go after Adila. Which is fair. 16 won't hit, I don't think. Alright, so they miss all 4 of them. Alright. Extoli.
Come on, Extoli. Come on, man.
So he'll hit with the first one and the second one. So 28 points of damage. He'll take out the last 4 on the ground and one of the ones in the sky.
Butterfly in the sky.
He just Gah! Gah! So one of them just flew a little too low and just caught in the crossfire. Alright, so we're at Fred. Fred boy. Mini
4
duelist,
more.
yes.
Yes. 4 more bolts of energy.
Okay. Give me that damage.
5 on one, 3 on another. 2 on one and 3 on another.
Alright, you take out 2 of them. Alright, top of the round, the wings. We got 2 groups of 9 and 1 group of 4. Crit.
Going at who?
16 would have the crit go at Gilbert.
Okay.
They miss. And miss. And miss. Okay, so all groups miss. So they're swooping around. They're flying around. It's like, it's madness right now. They're all flying around. They don't even know who they're attacking at anymore. they've lost so many numbers that they've kind of just lost direction, and they just keep missing.
You guys are the bad idea.
All right, so Gilbert, try and shish kebab some of the flyers.
15.
That'll hit.
Go hit some old bro. Alright, 19.
19. You'll kill 3 of them.
Alright, and now Sponsies will repeat. And 19.
That'll hit.
So 7 points, and he'll try to grab the last one.
You'll kill 2 of them.
Okay, and then bite. Oh, 9.
You'll miss.
Yeah.
Blessed. Alright. So you kind of leap off the ground into the air, slashing, and you end up hitting 2 of them. There are 3 of them. No, 2 of them. And they just kind of plummet to the ground. And as you're free falling, you grab one and try and bite it and miss.
And bite yourself.
Hey, get that price.
So, next is Titus.
Yeah, no.
He's going to try. He crits!
Hey!
There is a god. 10 and so 15
If only
points.
one of my portents was low. They're like, nope, crit fail.
Damn it! Come on, man.
Did you roll your portents for the new
Yeah,
day?
a 20 and an 18.
Nice. Good
God damn.
Someone's gonna use
He
that during
kills
the
3
boss.
of them. Titus, he's like, these fuckers.
Mhm.
He just swings up, and 3 of them just kind of fly in front of the sword. So, alright. Adiza.
That's
17
there's no way
natural.
that's not a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
Roll that damages.
Omelette dude.
That's a lot. That's not a lot of damage.
How much is it?
8.
8. You take out 2 of them. Second hand.
That's not
Yeah.
a lot of damage. Crit.
Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty good. Roll your d8.
Do it.
8 damage. Aww. So that's
Another 8, so you'll kill 2 more of them. Alright, so you go up.
rest in peace.
You're like, you spear 2 of them. You're like, hell yeah. And you're like, inspiration from Zeus. And you spin around. And you're like, yes, this is going to kill so many of them. And then as you're about to swing at like 8 of them, they all disperse. And the 2 that did not get the message get cut in half.
Is it like, who's Zeus?
Alright. Alright, and we're at Extol. No. Yeah, Extol because all the kobold are dead. A miss. And a crit.
Hey.
8. 13. Wait. 13. 26. 31 points of damage.
You should double it after you've rolled all the dice so you don't do that. Because you're like, oh, double it. Wait. Uh-oh.
So 31 points of damage. We're going to take out 5 of them. So Extoli jumps up and misses with his first claw. And then it's just like, he's kind of noticed their flight pattern and just waits for the lineup and just slices across 5 of them. And they all just... Alright, Fred boy. Fred Burger. Yes.
We're just going to go with the firebolt.
Alright, go for it.
Because I want some spell points to use on other things.
Yeah.
Natural 4.
So no.
No, I mean,
All right.
it's a 10.
We got 5 kobold. They're actually all going to attack individually. One at you, one at you, one at Titus, one at the spawn,
And when I do.
and one at Gilbert. Actually, one at Ixtoli. And one at Gilbert.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
They're actually not going to attack you. You're not a threat to them right now.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's
Say
gonna
the
be,
second one to me or spawn.
so the 5 of us. The first one's going to miss.
2.
Second one is going to be a 15 and miss.
Third one now. It's
Miss. Miss.
Spawn and
And
Gilbert.
miss.
Alright.
Alright. They are bad. They're scared.
Should be.
Alright. And that brings us to Gilbert. Can you
There's 5 left?
Yeah. Can you spear the last 5?
I don't know. Roll. No. 15.
Hits.
let's see what this damage is for. So 18.
Alright, you kill 3 of them.
Alright, and now the spawn will go for the last 2.
Nope.
No, it won't on the first attack, and on the second attack, it is a 17.
It hits.
That is the 2d4. 4 and
7.
7. So
Plus
it's
your
10.
10 points. Yep, that brings the last 2 down. After Gilbert spears 3 of them, the spawn jumps off his arm and claws the last 2. Well, he
shakes the
misses
table.
the first one, and is like, no. And then hits the other one. So, he just took out 60 kobolds.
Cool.
Their bodies just litter the ground, blood splattered on all the walls.
All right, now let's take a short rest.
Alright.
I don't know if
So
anyone
you'll-
lost hit points but me, but I lost some hit points. I
You'll
wanna
get
them back.
to the archway.
That,
You get to the archway of the room where you can squeeze in,
yeah.
and that's real. We're going to take the short rest.
Before